There are motorcycles that you ride, and there are those special bikes that change the way the entire riding experience feels like. The road, the surface, the scenery, and even your state of mind. This is the 2025 Ducati Multistrada V4S, a bike that promises to do everything, and it is Ducati's attempt to blur the line between adventure touring and pure adrenaline. For 2025, Ducati has sharpened the Multistrada V4S even more with smarter technology, more refinement, and that unmistakable V4 soundtrack that makes every ride feel special. But with over a 30 lakh price tag, is the Multistrada V4 the king of the do-it-all class? Or should you consider putting down your hard-earned money elsewhere? That's what we intend to find out, if this bike is special enough. But before that, if you're new to car and bike, please do consider liking our channel, hit that bell so that you get notified every time we ride an interesting motorcycle like this and tell you all about it. For now, let's take a ride on the new Ducati Multistrada V4S. At its core is the updated Gran Turismo V4 engine, which still delivers 167 bhp of smooth, flexible performance, effortless around town. And at low revs, the Multistrada V4 stays calm, great for daily commutes. But the open road is where it absolutely shines, built for effortless cruising with all its performance waiting just above 4,500 RPM. Yes, there's power, dollops of it, but what stands out is the confidence it gives you. The quick shifter is effortless, the throttle response is clean, and the chassis has a lightness that makes this big ADV feel far more agile than it looks.
On the road, the Multistrada V4 is all about balance. Power delivery is smooth and instant, and as long as you keep the revs low, it's a calm and friendly bike. But twist the throttle and a surge of acceleration that borders on shocking. You'll reach unmentionable and very unsafe speeds in no time. There is no shortage of excitement on this bike. Beautiful.
The aluminum monocoque chassis with the tubular steel subframe has been retained, but there's a small but significant tweak. The swing arm pivot has been raised by a millimeter. That's to aid in stability under hard acceleration if you're riding solo, with a pillion, or even with luggage. And that semi-active suspension, that's been reworked too. It's self-leveling, detects bumps, and adjusts damping in real time. Basically, it reads the road even before you notice. Very impressive. And when the terrain changes, the Multistrada V4 stays composed. For light off-road work, it's got surprising poise, even for its size. But it's an expensive bike for hardcore off-road duty and is best enjoyed out on the open road. Although it's equally at home carving through a twisty road or weaving through city traffic. But through gravel trails like this one, it can be quite satisfying in that quest for some light off-road adventure. Let's be honest, this isn't a hardcore off-road capable ADV like the Desert X. And realistically, how many owners will take their 30 lakh luxury tourer into the dirt? I'm certainly not. No matter how confidence-inspiring the Multistrada V4 is, I'm not dropping something this big and expensive. Off-road, I'd much rather be on something smaller, lighter, and way cheaper. Most Multistrada owners know exactly what they want. A long-distance touring machine with superbike levels of performance and handling, not a hardcore off-roader. And that's perfectly fine, because that's where this bike absolutely shines. The rear cylinder deactivation system now keeps the rear bank of the V4 engine switched off, even at low speeds, and it does it so smoothly you barely notice. The result? Less heat in traffic and slight improvement in fuel economy. The riding modes are smarter as well: sport, touring, urban, wet, and a more refined enduro mode. Behind it all sits Ducati's upgraded Vehicle Observer System, or DVO. It's reading data from over 70 sensors, constantly fine-tuning traction control, wheelie control, ABS, and overall stability. You also get radar-assisted adaptive cruise control. So when you have the cruise control on out in the highway, if you approach a vehicle, the bike will automatically decelerate and brake if required. You also get blind spot detection and forward collision warning. Handy features to have, and it's reassuring to know that the tech has your back. Seat heights vary as well, and on our test bike, it runs the standard seat for Asia Pacific markets, adjustable from 795 mm to 815 mm. It's lower than the European spec version. For my height, 5 foot 9 inches, it's spot on. I can flat foot both sides, and it's surprisingly easy to maneuver in traffic or even when you are maneuvering it out of parking spots. The 2025 Ducati Multistrada V4 is easily one of the most versatile motorcycles in the world, and now it's become even better. More comfort, more intelligence, more control, and through it all, that unmistakable Ducati soul. All of that though comes at a price, and a steep one at that. And if you want the extra equipment and kit, prices for a V4S go up to over 32 lakh rupees ex-showroom for a spoked wheel version. With an average fuel economy of 14 kilometers per liter, range will be somewhat limited to around 300 kilometers on a full tank. And in heavy traffic, the clutch gets a bit firm and engine heat becomes noticeable, less ideal for bumper-to-bumper rides. But open the throttle and let it run free, out on an open road, shooting straight into the horizon, or a twisty one with endless curves. And in that moment, you will forgive and forget the Multistrada V4's every shortcoming, drowned under its symphony of power. If your idea of a perfect motorcycle is a tech-laden tank on two wheels that will also handle the curves like a sports bike, then it's hard to look past the new Ducati Multistrada V4S. And you have to pay upwards of 30 lakh for the fully loaded V4S variant. And you've got to be absolutely sure that you'll end up using all the electronics and luxury that Ducati has stacked onto this thing. But if you're a kind of rider who genuinely wants and benefits from the kind of tech that this thing packs, then this could be the ADV tailor-made just for you. It will have you discover that life can get very satisfactory and very exciting with just one motorcycle ride. And that's reason enough to recommend the new Ducati Multistrada V4S. Time now for me to go for yet another ride. But if you've liked this review, do give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who's looking for something like this at that price point.